All right, so today I want to talk about the recent news that came out with Discord around like ID verification, name verification, possible facial scanning. Yeah, let's go talk about it. Let's pull up their blog post right here. Okay, so first things first, this light mode is egregious. I don't see any option to set like a dark mode. If you highlight over something, it blurs it, and that's very nice, but I can't see a way to like make that persistent. So let's go ahead and enable dark mode ourselves. So I don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to do what I normally do. Document.stylesheets 0. We'll grab the first style sheet. We'll insert a new rule where anything will have a color of basically white and anything will have a background color of basically black. And then we'll call it a day, and hopefully this doesn't break anything. All right, that looks decent. So some of this stuff is still black. That's not great, but like, this is way more readable to me. So we may have to highlight some parts because I'm being stupid and decided to do it this way, but that's fine. This is a lot easier to read. So there you go. Let's jump into it. Discord launches teen by default settings globally. Okay, so first things first, this press release was last updated on February 10th to include clarification on our approach to age assurance, which you can read here. And this is actually a link down to it. If you click it, it brings you to the bottom of the page. So here's the thing. Discord definitely got a lot of pushback on this, so I can see why they're going to clarify it. I don't know if they walked anything back, but we're going to read through it in order. We're going to just read through it from top to bottom and see what's going on here. Teen by default settings to roll out globally for all Discord users, enhancing age-appropriate protections while maintaining privacy, community, and meaningful connection on the platform. Okay, I'm going to have to figure out what that means more, but like by default, they'll assume I'm a teen unless I can prove my way otherwise, like teen until proven adult. I think that's what that means, but let's keep reading. SF, February 9, 2026. Discord is announcing enhanced teen safety features rolling out globally that reinforce its long-standing commitment to creating a safer and more inclusive experience for users over the age of 13. As a part of this update, all new and existing users worldwide will have a teen-appropriate experience by default, with updated communication settings, restricted access to age-gated spaces, and content filtering that preserves the privacy and meaningful connections that define Discord. So far, I mean, that doesn't sound that bad. If the default is you're a teen and then you have to do something to say like, hey, I'm okay with seeing NSFW or, age-specific things, then that doesn't sound too bad to me right now. Beginning with a phased global rollout to new and existing users in early March, users may be required to engage in an age assurance process to change certain settings or access sensitive content. Here we go. This includes age-restricted channels, servers, or commands and select message requests. Okay, so as you know, I have my own Discord server. I have the link up there. You can see it on the video. We don't have any NSFW stuff. I don't think that's appropriate in my server. I don't like it. I don't have an age-restricted server. As far as I know, I think if you're allowed to be on Discord, you're allowed to join the server. And it sounds like you have to be a teen to be able to do that. So this doesn't seem like it would affect anything that I'm currently doing with Discord. So if I'm understanding this, it seems like this might only affect NSFW Discord servers. I know you can mark a Discord as like 18 plus or something, but it sounds like previously, if I wanted to go to an NSFW server, I would just say, yeah, I'm over 18. Now they're going to be like, no. It's not just good enough for you to say you're over 18. You have to actually be over 18. So let's keep reading. Let's see if that's a correct read on the situation. Quote, nowhere is our safety work more important than when it comes to teen users, which is why we are announcing these updates in time for Safer Internet Day. Never heard of that. Rolling out teen by default settings globally builds on Discord's existing safety architecture, giving teens strong protections while allowing verified adults flexibility. We design our products with teen safety principles at the core and will continue working with safety experts, policymakers, and Discord users to support meaningful, long-term well-being for teams on the platform. Savannah Badalik, I don't know how to pronounce her name, I'm sorry, head of product policy at Discord. Okay, I mean, so far, I think it sounds fine. It's just a lot of safe PR speak. The only thing that really stands out to me is verified adults, because how do we verify that? What do we actually have to do here? What do I have to do to prove to you that I'm old, Discord? Privacy forward age assurance. Age assurance is I scrolled too far. Age assurance is the foundation of this new experience and is designed to respect Discord users' privacy and choice. Discord users can choose to use facial age estimation or submit a form of identification to its vendor partners, with more options coming in the future. Okay, so before we continue, it sounds like there's two options. If you want to prove you're an adult, you have to do a facial estimation thing. So I have to submit like a picture of my face, a selfie or something. Back in the day, what do we used to call this? The MySpace salute when you get locked out of your account. You had to prove it was you. This was before deepfake, so it wasn't a big deal. Or you have to submit a form of identification. So I have to take a picture of my driver's license, my passport. Let's keep reading and we'll find out more. We'll get to the specifics. Additionally, Discord will implement its age inference model, a new system that runs in the background, to help determine whether an account belongs to an adult, without always requiring users to verify their age. Some users may be asked to use multiple methods if more information is needed to assign an age group. So that's very interesting. It's always running in the background. So it's probably using metadata and heuristics about, let's say, my account to figure out if I'm an adult. Is that looking at how often I type, what kind of words I use, what kind of slang I'm using, what channels I'm active in, what kind of private messages I'm sending my friends, what kind of data is in those I don't know. I don't love the wording here. I'm a little bit nervous and a little bit scared of the wording here. Not scared, it's not really the right word. I'm just more weary of it because it's a little bit vague. Now, hopefully it'll get more specific as we get going, but like I think it's going to probably remain a little bit vague because they get a little wiggle room here. Like, oh yeah, we're going to use our advanced system to determine if you're an adult. It's like, cool, what does your advanced system do? Go into my DMs with my friends and look at my private images or something that maybe I'm sharing with someone? Like, I don't know, man. It's a little weird. That's all I'm saying. Key privacy protections of Discord age assurance approach include on-device processing. Video selfies for facial age estimation never leave a user's device. Okay, that's super interesting. So it's going to be video selfies for facial age estimation, and it doesn't leave a user's device. I have so many questions here. Okay, so am I going to be running some sort of model? Some sort of AI model on my device to then set back a Boolean of a yes or no? I'm sure it's more advanced than that, but if it's all on device, I'd be worried about how easily someone could break that. I like that it's not leaving my device. Of course, I have to trust you, and I have to trust that even if it is on my device, that data is safe. But like, that's a whole different conversation here. Like, cool. I'm definitely more for keeping things on device and local when possible. Quick deletion. Identity documents submitted to our vendor partners are deleted quickly, in most cases immediately after age confirmation. Awesome. Cool. Let me just take your word for that. I mean, I don't really know how I would verify that. Oh, cool. Look at this. A blog post on Discord's website from October 3rd, 2025, a couple months ago. TLDR, Discord recently discovered an incident where an unauthorized party compromised one of our third-party vendors. This was not a breach of Discord, but rather a breach of a third-party service provider, 5CA, that we use to support our customer service efforts. That's awesome. So, like, I don't know. Hopefully it's obvious what I'm saying here. Like, this makes me feel a little good, and then I look at this blog post, and this doesn't make me feel great. Also, I hate the light mode, but that's neither here nor there. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, obviously, I can't fault Discord because of a third-party service leaking data. Like, I can't. At a certain point, there is going to be trust. When I hand data to someone else, when I tell someone else a secret, it could get leaked. Like, that's just how that works. I understand that. I can't fault Discord for that, but this line doesn't exactly inspire confidence when that just happened so recently. So that the timing there just is not great. I guess I'm just saying optically it's not great, but in reality, like, I'm already biased against this whole thing, so I'm trying not to let that paint my thoughts when it comes to this. Straightforward age assurance. In most cases, users complete the process once and their Discord experience adapts to their verified age group. Users may be asked to use multiple methods only when more information is needed to assign an age group. Okay, yeah, I mean, awesome, great. If it's straightforward, sure, cool. Private status. A user's age group status cannot be seen by other users. Awesome. So that's not sarcasm. I mean, that's awesome. Like, it sounds like, if I were to make a video game analogy, like, there is an ELO that is hidden. I can't see it. I can't see my MMR. I can't see my hidden ranking, my hidden age according to Discord. Discord has its idea of how old I am, and Discord has its idea of how old my friends are, and we can't see that about each other. Cool. I mean, it'd be fun to see that, but, like, I understand why they would keep that private. I think it's a good thing to keep it private. I'm just nosy. After completing a chosen method, users will receive confirmation via direct message from Discord's official account. A user's assigned age group can also be viewed at any time in My Account settings. Oh, I guess I can see it. Users can always go to My Account settings to appeal their assigned age group by retrying the process. Discord prompts users to age assure only within Discord and currently does not send emails or text messages about its age assurance process or results. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. It all happens on the platform. No one's gonna, like, SIM swap me or do something to, like, get access to my phone or whatever, get access to my phone number. Like, I have to be on the platform or Discord. Like, hey, that's cool. That makes sense. It's cool that I can see my own age. I think that's pretty neat. Like, just to make sure it all is above board and everything makes sense there. Like, so far that seems fine. Default safety settings. Starting in early March, all new and existing Discord users globally will be assigned to new default settings that support age-appropriate experiences while keeping privacy front and center. Content filters. Discord users will now be age assured as adults in order to unblur sensitive content or turn off the setting. Okay, so if content's marked as sensitive, then you have to be an adult to even click the thing to unblur it. Okay, that makes sense. Age-gated spaces. Only users who are age-assured as adults will be able to access age-restricted channels, servers, and app commands. Yeah, this is all going to make sense. It's going to be, this part's going to make perfect sense. Message request inbox. Oh, direct messages from people a user may not know or are routed to a separate inbox by default, and access to modify the settings is limited to age-assured adult users. Oh, okay, interesting. So teens just can't get random messages. Good. I mean, cut down on a lot of the bad things that happen on Discord. Friend request alerts. People will receive warning prompts from friend requests from users they may not know. I don't see how this relates to the age stuff at all. Is any age will get this? I don't see anything about age assured in here, but I mean, like, hey, that's a nice thing to know. Stage restrictions. Only age assured adults may speak on stage in servers. Okay, I think stage is like when you have like a broadcast voice channel or something. You can have like a stage and people can talk on it to like a whole bunch of listeners. I've never done it. I think people like record podcasts and stuff through that kind of like a way of doing it. But cool, yeah, that makes sense. Last year, Discord successfully launched a teen by default experience in the UK and Australia, and the global rollout builds on that approach to deliver constant age-appropriate protections worldwide. Okay, fine, cool, it's already been tested, that's great. Giving teens a seat at the table, introducing the Discord Teen Council. Along with the enhanced teen safety features, Discord announcing a recruitment for its inaugural Teen Council, a teen advisory board that brings authentic teen perspectives, oh my god, how many times can you say teen, into how Discord shapes their experience. The Teen Council will consist of 10 to 12 teens and will help ensure Discord understands, not assumes, what teens need, how they build meaningful connections, and what makes them feel safe and supported online. Okay, I mean, yeah, that's cool. Like, this part's fine. I don't have a problem with this. By embedding diverse teen perspectives directly into decision-making, the Council will help ensure Discord's safety features are protective while balancing teen privacy and autonomy. Council input will inform future product features, policies, and educational resources, grounding Discord's approach in how teens connect through gaming, shared interests, and online communities. Interested teens aged 13 to 17 can apply to participate in the Council with the link here, from now until May 1st, 2026. Okay, cool, fine. I'm not a teen. I'm not eligible. I haven't been eligible for a while. Discord's teen appropriate experience by default builds on Discord's broader safety ecosystem, which includes tools and resources such as Ignore, Family Center, Teen Safety Assist, Warning System, Guardian's Guide, and more. So, okay, these are like Discord things that I'm just not even aware of. They reflect Discord's commitment to creating a privacy-forward, age-appropriate experience that empowers teens to engage thoughtfully, connect meaningfully, and develop lifelong digital well-being skills. Hey, I mean, that stuff sounds great. Here we go. Here's the clarification. So people had issues with that, so they clarified some stances on it. So let's read the clarifications next. Clarifications on our approach to age assurance. We've seen some questions about our age assurance update, and we want to share more clarity. We know how important these changes are to our community. Here's what we want you to know. Discord is not requiring everyone to complete a face scan or upload an ID to use Discord. So that's cool. I like that. Discord is not requiring everyone to complete a face scan or upload an ID to use Discord. At least as of yet. But I can't fault them for something they might do in the future. That'll be a future video. For now, like, that's good. I think that's a good thing. And let me stop right here because I haven't actually given you guys my opinion. I think that's a good thing. I don't like the idea that I can't be anonymous, at least on parts of the internet. I don't love the idea of having to upload my ID or verify who I am to use the internet. Because right now, it doesn't seem like there's a good way, at least Discord's kind of showing me this, they can use their sort of background heuristics to determine if I'm an adult, but if it doesn't work, then they need my ID. That doesn't just prove that I'm an adult, it proves who I am. It has the secondary effect of, oh yeah, this guy's an adult, and he's Dave Eddy, who lives here and is this old and blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? So like, if there was a way, and there isn't a way right now, but if there was a way to say, is this person an adult, yes or no? I think that's great. There is not a way, so the next best thing is, hey, let me look at your ID and get your date of birth there. And it's like, okay, well, I don't want to actually divulge all this information. I just want to prove that I'm an adult. Now, I get that if I go to a bar and I want to drink or something, they might have to ID me at the door. But typically there's a guy, he looks at my ID and he goes like, all right, cool. Also, they kind of just look at me and they're like, yeah, you're old enough, which is fair. I've been getting that for a while. I don't mind. But like, my point is, like, I don't know if I'd be comfortable if it was being shipped off to a third party server. So they were like, hey, stand here. Let me take a video of your face and spin around real quick and prove you're an adult. I'd be like, okay, it's a little weird, man. Maybe we'll go drink somewhere else. You know what I mean? So like, I don't love the idea of having to prove who I am, even if it's just to prove I'm an adult. If I could press a button that says, like, if there was somehow a magical way to give me a Boolean of is allowed or is an adult, then hey, that's great. But there isn't, and it seems like we're leaning towards identification or facial scans, and I'm just not a fan of that, especially when they get shipped off to a third party that could have a data breach, and then all this data's out there. Like, I don't love that. I don't think that's a good thing. From a broader sense, I worry about the lack of anonymity on the internet. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think it's good that adults can talk to kids and do really inappropriate things with them over Discord. No one ever, I don't think there's anyone out there who thinks that's good, except for the sick individuals that do that. My point is, I don't think the solution to that is, hey, go take a picture of your ID and do a facial scan. Like, there's got to be some sort of thing in the middle between that. If I go to visit a website that has, let's say, some unsavory content on it, there's a little thing that you just check, are you 18 or older? And let me tell you, I know that kids are going there, they're under 18, they're clicking it, but what they're not doing is they're not uploading their ID to get leaked and then shown to the world. I'm not saying that makes it right. I'm not saying that makes it wrong. There are two separate issues here. Obviously, I can have nuance when it comes to it. My concern is, why does this matter? What are we going to do with this information? Why is it a competition to see how much information you can collect on a user? That's a grander issue than just Discord, but Discord's obviously falling into that trap. What's pressuring this? I don't want to get conspiratorial, but who's pushing this? Is like, does the government want this? I don't know. I'm not really conspiratorially minded like that, but I've definitely worked in computers and security long enough to see, like, oh, I just don't want this information sitting on a computer that may or may not be guarded, may or may not be secured. I've met too many people where they're like, oh, this is a completely secure system. And like, you get a little peek behind the curtain. You're like, this is not even close to secure. Like, I've seen vibe coded apps that are more secure than some of the security that exists. You know what I mean? So yeah, let's keep reading though, because I made it pretty far before I gave you all my opinions on this. I'll have to put a timestamp somewhere, because why do my opinions just show up randomly halfway in the middle of the video? But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this content. If you like what you see, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And yeah, I won't ask you again. It sounded like a threat. I didn't mean it like that. I meant I'm not going to bother you again. Let's move on. Discord is not requiring everyone to complete a face scan or upload an ID to use Discord. Hey, awesome. The vast majority of people can continue using Discord exactly as they do today, without ever being asked to confirm their age. It sounds like because they have their background stuff running, which is like, I don't know what they're exactly running, but they have their background things running to figure out if I'm an adult or not. I don't know what that looks like. I don't see any transparency around that, at least not yet. It could be still in the blog post, but even that worries me. That worries me for a different reason than having to upload my ID to a service like this, but it still worries me nonetheless, wondering how my data is being processed. What kind of AI algorithms are being run on my data, like my texts with my friends, or what pictures we send, or what EXIF data is in those pictures that may be stripped before it gets to the user, but is definitely sent to the Discord servers. You know, things like that. That's what I worry about. You need to be an adult to access age-restricted experience, such as age-restricted servers and channels, or to modify certain safety settings. That makes sense. I think that makes perfect sense. The issue is just, how do you prove you're adult? Like, that always comes back down to my issue. Like, yeah, I think it's good. You need to be an adult to access adult content. Like, I'm all for that. Like I said, we have the overarching, like, philosophical issue of how do you prove you're an adult without also proving, like, your identity at the same, like, in the same way. Like, I'm a tech guy, so I know, like, authentication versus authorization. I know that, like, you know, pick like Bitcoin protocol or some sort of like cryptocurrency, like P2P thing. I understand what it's like to, you don't have to prove you are who you are, but you have to prove that you have access to this key. Like, at a certain point, we just want the person who has the private key that matches this public key. Like, you may or may not be who you say you are, but you have access to the key, and that's good enough. Like, I understand that, and I know we don't really have that in a philosophical sense when it comes to proving you're an adult without proving who you are, but that, I don't know, worries me. For the majority of adult users, we will be able to confirm your age group using information we already have. So, like, they're going to look at your slang and see how unk you are. We use age prediction to determine with high confidence when a user is an adult. This allows many adults to access age-appropriate features without completing an explicit age check. When additional confirmation is required, if they can't determine how unk you are, we offer multiple privacy forward options through trusted partners. Privacy forward, what an adjective. Facial scans that never leave your device. Discord and our vendor partners never receive it. Okay, like, I do like that. I think that's good, but I would definitely want to know, like, a little bit more about that. Like, what data are they sending? Like, because here's the thing. Okay, the facial scan's not leaving my device. That's like saying if you record a voice memo, well, the audio doesn't leave your device. Okay, and you ran it through like a Whisper LLM and got the transcript and that left my device? Isn't that just as good as the audio? So like in this case, like the facial scan doesn't leave my device. Awesome. What does it just completely reconstruct my face in some sort of intermediate format? Or is it just a Boolean yes or no? Because if it's a Boolean yes or no, adult or not, then that's probably going to be easy to spoof, and I worry about that. If it's something more complex than that, there's a spectrum between Boolean, adult, yes or no, or exact one-to-one replica of my face. You see what I mean? So it's probably going to line somewhere in there, and at what point am I okay with that being sent to a third-party service? That's my concern there. IDs are used to get your age only and then deleted. Sure. Maybe. I don't know. Again, there's just a lot of trust here. I just have to put a lot of trust here. Cool. You only get my age from the ID and then you store the PNG on your server and it gets leaked like things were leaked a couple months ago. I'm not saying this is exactly the same. I'm not saying that's exactly what was leaked. My point is like, I don't know. I just worry about this stuff. Discord only receives your age. That's it. Your identity is never associated with your account. See, that's my biggest thing. That's my biggest concern. I'm glad they addressed that outright. I think that's important. I think it's good that it made it on here as a bullet point. That's what I want. Ideally, that's what I want. And honestly, I got to give Discord props here. That's good. It's good that they are pushing out to a third-party service to do this verification and then to just specify, oh, here's the age of the user, not their address, not who they are. Here is the age, so we can have that Boolean is an adult or not an adult. I think that's really good. My concern is just the whole process in between that. You understand what I'm saying? So like, yes, Discord only receives your age. And in a perfect world where that is all we could pull off of an ID, hey, that's awesome. My concern is we don't live in that world. So even though that's what's going on there, I'm worried about the third-party services. I'm worried about why this is suddenly an important thing for Discord to enact. That's kind of where my concerns are. We hope this helps clarify some of your questions. The work is important because building a safer Discord requires a thoughtful approach alongside the communities who make Discord special. Over the coming weeks, we'll be sharing additional information and FAQs in this blog with more details on our approach. Cool. They have a whole FAQ section here. Will I need to age assure to continue using Discord? No. The vast majority of people can continue using Discord exactly as they do today without ever being asked to confirm their age. In a minority of cases, when additional confirmation is required, we offer multiple privacy forward options through trusted partners. So does this mean if I want to access the teen Discord, like if I'm assumed teen, I don't have to do anything? Like if Discord comes to me and they're like, Dave, we can't figure out if you're an adult or not. Give us your ID. And I'm like, no. Are they going to be like, okay, well, you can continue operating, but like as a teen? Because like if so, like that's okay. I don't hate that. I don't hate that they've actually just completely shut me off. But okay, I'm just curious exactly what that means. You must be a confirmed adult to access age-restricted content and experience such as age-restricted servers and channels or to modify certain safety settings. Majority of Discord users don't access age-restricted content and will never go through the facial estimation flow or ID verification. In the minority of cases, they keep stressing this. Like, obviously, yeah, it's only going to be a small number of cases, but still, like, the precedent is being set that you might have to upload your ID to use Discord. How does Discord use this data? We only get your age. Okay, that's cool. I'm not going to read all this. If you choose the facial age estimation, you'll be prompted to record a short video selfie of your face. The facial age estimation technology runs entirely on your device in real time when you're performing the verification. It means the facial scans never leave your device and Discord and vendors never receive it. We only get your age group. So again, I've already covered how I feel about that. Yep, Discord's age assurance experience was designed to respect user privacy. We are partnering with dedicated age assurance vendors who specialize in performing these verifications in a privacy-forward way. Count how many times I say privacy forward. These vendors were not involved in September 2025 data breach of our customers. Okay, yeah, cool, awesome. That's great that they're not the same vendors. Like, maybe they'll be involved with the 2026 data breach. Again, I'm speculating. I can't predict the future. I'm not even trying to will that or manifest it into the world. My point is, like, I would hope that it's not the same people unless there was some reason why that made sense. But, okay, I don't know. I don't really know how to feel about that. What are you getting from my ID or facial age estimation? What personal information do you receive? Discord only gets your age. That's it. Your identity is never associated with your account. Awesome. I'm so, like, literally props to Discord. I think that's huge that they are upfront about that. I think that's so cool. Like, this is what I want. That is, in an ideal world, if they could just press a button and truly get your age without any sort of weirdness around it, like, that's great. I don't have a problem with that. In fact, I would even want less than that. I would actually want them just to get, like, an age group. I don't even want them to get the exact age. Just give me the age group. You know what I mean? How does the age inference model work? We leverage an advanced machine learning model developed at Discord to predict whether a user falls in a particular age group based on patterns of user behavior and several other signals associated with their account on Discord. We only use these signals to assign users to an age group when our confidence level is high. When it isn't, users go through our standard age assurance flow to confirm their age. We do not use your message content in the age estimation model. Okay. That's fair. I mean, I can't, like, again, I can't verify this, but that's fine. With a lot of companies, when they tell me what they do or what they don't do, I can't actually verify. I have to trust. I understand that. We don't use your message content in the age estimation model. Like, that's huge. If that's the case, that's huge. I like that. I think that's good. So I don't know how they're determining if I'm unk, if it's how fast I type, how many messages I type, what times I'm active. If I'm like, I don't know, man. How long you've had the account? Yeah, dude, I don't know. Discord's content safety filters are part of our broader teen safety assists. Okay, yeah, they're just determining if things are like explicit material or something, or if there's bad media. Okay. So yeah, that's basically the whole blog post. I wanted to make it to the end of the blog post before I gave my thoughts, but I kind of just gave my thoughts as I go along. Basically, I didn't want to react to this right away. I didn't even know if I wanted to react at all because I kind of just cover programming on here, but I do have a Discord server and people are interested in my tech adjacent takes. So hopefully this video is interesting to you and my thoughts on this are interesting. When there's like breaking news or new things, I like to wait a little bit. I like to wait, so I even waited for them to give out their clarification. I don't want to jump right on it and just start hounding a company that's already getting a lot of like flack and stuff. I like to wait for the dust to settle and figure out exactly what's going on. I'm glad they came out with the clarifications. I think that's really cool. Basically, when it comes down to it, I think all of this stuff, all of the goals that have been stated explicitly are good. My concerns are around anonymity on the internet, and that's sort of a general issue because when you start sending in things like doing a facial scan or sending, like taking pictures of your identification and sending that to a third-party service, I'm just concerned then because in my mind, and they cover this explicitly, but in my mind, my identification is to identify who I am, not just give an age. The obvious counterexample is like going and getting ID'd at a bar. I've already given that example. They think they're slightly different. Even then, I wish there was a better way to do it. And a lot of them do have better ways to do it. They kind of just look at you and they're like, yeah, dude, you're good. But like, my point is, if you want an exact age on a person, the only way we have to do it also happens to identify them completely by their name and probably their address as well. So that's my concern. My concern is that going onto a third-party service, yeah, we swear we deleted. Okay, other companies have sworn they've deleted stuff, and then leaks come out and they're still there. So that's basically my biggest issue when it comes down to it. It's just like philosophically running out of places that are anonymous on the internet. Like, okay, you want to say that you're an adult, like there are websites I can go to and just say I'm an adult. I'm not saying it's great. I'm not encouraging kids to do that, but we don't have to verify our identity in order to do that. And it seems like just slowly, one by one, we are losing places where that is the case. I'm worried about the future of anonymity on the internet. I could see a world where in 10 years, this is not even Discord specifically, this is all software, but I could see a world where like 10, 15 years, maybe sooner, I don't know, where anonymity in the internet is really, really hard to come by. Now, my name's out there. I introduce most videos saying, yo, what's up? I'm Dave. Like, I'm okay with that, but I don't take my passport and just hold it up in front of the camera for you guys. Like, that's weird. You know what I mean? So I'm weary of this. I'm very weary. I don't love this, but I'm not like as doom and gloom as other people are about this. But I do think with my nuanced take, I like the express and stated goals of Discord, but of course they're going to be good. They've been funneled through like PR speak and stuff like that. I just worry about the future where we are just so easily giving up our identification for things that don't actually need to be verified. I should throw this out here too, because someone may bring it up and it's important to talk about. On Instagram, I am verified. My You Suck at Programming Instagram account, 230 some thousand followers. Go follow me over there, by the way. I am verified on that, and I had to send in my identification to that. That's because I verified who I am. I had to verify who I am. I don't love sending that information over, but it made sense. In this case, Discord is not trying to do that, but they want the IDs. They just want to verify 10% of it, but they want your ID that has 100% of it, like if that analogy makes sense. That's why I'm worried about it, or I'm weary about it. And the You Suck at Programming thing on Instagram, I chose to be verified. I chose to get all the benefits that come with it. I made the choice to do that. If I didn't do that, I'd be just exactly the same on Instagram. So like, it's something I can opt into completely. It didn't have to do it for an age. It wasn't for age verification purposes. So I just worry about the avenue Discord is going to get their hands on my identification. Again, they're not going to have it going to a third-party vendor. I understand that. I can even believe them. I don't have a problem with that. I am just weary about more places storing my identification that could undergo data breaches and stuff like that. So basically those are my two issues. Like, I worry about my identification being in multiple places. Also, I worry about the lack of anonymous spaces on the internet and how that seems to be dwindling. So those are my thoughts on the issue. Hopefully you guys found this enlightening. Let me know in the comments if you like this kind of content, if you like hearing my thoughts every so often. Don't worry, I'm always going to make tech content. I'm never going to forget about Bash. I'm never going to forget about programming. It's called You Suck at Programming. I'm never going to become that React guy that starts reacting to all the news. If I do, I'm going to make a second channel like all the streamers do, okay? So don't worry. Like, this will be my main channel, so you never have to worry about that. But just let me know if you like these kind of videos, switching it up periodically and giving my thoughts on stuff. And, of course, got to give a shout out to my patrons over at Patreon. Thank you. At the time of this recording, we have 97 active members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I appreciate it. All you guys are awesome. You guys are giving me money. That's crazy. You don't have to. It's never expected, but it's always appreciated. And if you want to support the channel, but you don't want to sign up for my Patreon, hey, I get it. I have too many monthly subscriptions as it is. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That's all I ask from you. Just hit that subscribe button. Let's get the number of subscribers I have on YouTube over 100,000. I think that'd be super cool. So, yeah, that's all I got. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good one. See you guys.